I want to talk to you guys about a book that I've been reading recently, last couple days, called Meditations by the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius. So I came across this book on YouTube from a YouTuber named Ryan Holiday that's like a Stoic philosophy guy, and I came across his channel and have kind of just been more recently getting into his channel and learning what Stoicism is, and he recommends reading this book called Meditations. And if you guys are not familiar with what Meditations is, the book, it's essentially a story, not really a story, it's a book of Marcus Aurelius. He was for, I think, 20 years the emperor of Rome. So like one of the big Roman emperors, back in the long time when Rome was basically in control of everything. He was essentially the most powerful man in the world at the time where he was emperor. And what he would do is he would journal his private thoughts on paper, kind of like having a diary. And of course, he's journaling these notes and not expecting anyone to read them. And these are his own private thoughts that he's writing to himself, kind of as just a way for him to exercise his thoughts. And what ends up happening is it ends up turning into a book. People get a hold of it and turn it into a book, which is Meditations. So essentially the book is him. It's a culmination of all of his thoughts of when he is the Roman emperor and when he is just expressing his mind on paper. And it's a very interesting book, and there are a bunch of different translations of it because it's been around for almost 2,000 years now, but I'm reading the Gregory Hayes version of it, I think is his name. And it's profound. It's straight up profound stuff, guys. Like this book, I can't believe it, what I'm reading. And I think what makes it so profound and special is, these are the private thoughts of a Roman emperor, the biggest basically powerhouse in the entire world at the time. But what is so special about what I am reading, this book, is how practical, how simple and straightforward and relatable to this day and age the advice and thoughts he journals in this book are. It is incredible the fact that, 2,000 years ago, the philosophical issues he has back then, and things and struggles he has are just as practical today. Like he's talking about a lot, some of the time, dealing with people and being like, I'm going to go out in this day and I'm going to be dealing with people that are evil people. I'm going to be dealing with good people, and I'm going to treat them all the same with respect and being a good person. That's one of the first things that he talks about in the book. And I think that's just such a good and wise mindset to have. And it's not even that. I know it's translation, but it's so beautifully written. The things that he says in it are so beautiful. And I mean, you can really open up the book and read it from any part of it because it's journaled thoughts and they're almost kind of bulleted out. So it's kind of really digestible to just pick up. You don't even have to finish a chapter to pick it back up. You can literally pick it up and just read it. You could just open to a random page and read one of his thoughts and you'll be like, what the frick is this? And as soon as I started reading this book and started picking up on what he was writing, it made me think immediately that I'm going to have to read this book probably another 10 or 20 times to really get it. Those TV shows that you guys can watch that I think of The Office because that's my favorite TV show, but you can go back and watch it again and again and absolutely love it and also pick up new things every time you watch a new episode. That is this book in terms of life advice and wisdom. He's just journaling these ideas and these thoughts off what is going on in his life and off the top of his head. And it's so practical. I mean, other things talking about resisting your inner urges and doing things you don't want to do, but you have to do, and persisting to get through them. And treating everyone equally, like I had mentioned earlier, and not caring about other people's opinions. He talks about all of these things, guys, that a lot of self-help YouTubers, in that whole niche space talk about, like, this guy, like, he wrote all of this stuff down as a Roman emperor, the most powerful and could possibly be the most selfish man in the world. He is talking about when he is this huge, powerful man, like, I need to treat people equally and all these things. And it's like so wise and so profound that someone at that high level of power is thinking about these things, right? So I assume I'm going to finish this book in the next couple of days. I'm already halfway through it, and I've read it for 2 days. And it's not a big book. It's only a couple hundred pages. But I want to continue exploring this Stoicism thing because I think there actually is a lot to it. And what I really like about Stoicism and what's intrigued me about it is that it's more so a philosophy on life rather than a spiritual or religious practice on life. So it's something that you can apply to your life or apply parts of easily. And I don't think it's really up for debate. Like things like that I had just mentioned, like treating people equally and not caring about other people's opinions and, resisting your inner urges. Like these are just like, this is like scraping the surface of what he's talking about in the book and what I've discovered so far. I'm only halfway in. I haven't even discovered everything, but there's a bunch of other people that work in this field and that have written about Stoicism, and in this time period, 2,000 plus years ago, have written as well, that I want to now delve into, because these guys were onto stuff and it's so unbelievably practical and applicable to today's society, at least in my opinion. So I really want to explore other people's works, and I'm going to have to do that once I finish this book, but it is really good, guys. I would recommend it, and it's really came to me I think there is something behind this Stoicism thing. It's kind of a philosophical, way on life, but it's it just sounds right, and it seems so wise when you really, when you take it in. And I really have been enjoying reading this book, and it's been a great experience. So I would totally recommend you guys to check this book out. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on Stoicism and whatnot, but I think just using it as a practice, like a philosophy on life and learning how to navigate life and challenges and explore what you're supposed to do with your life and what others have done in their life and found meaning through. I think it's really good. So let me know what you guys think. Curious to know your guys' thoughts if you've read this book or if you've read other books in that field. It just feels like a really good entry point going into philosophy. The book's very easy to read. It's not like a Shakespearean type thing, right? Or like you're reading just something super complicated. It's very practical. You got to think this guy was writing to himself. So these are all private thoughts, and they're not supposed to be complicated. It's just his diary, essentially. So I would totally recommend reading it. And I think it's the Gregory Hayes version I'm reading, but you guys could look it up. I'm sure which one's the best. So I would totally look into it. Let me know what you guys think, and I hope everyone has a great night. Peace out.